Hello everybody. So recently I made a video going over my 7-year Stardew Valley world, and the response in the video was actually very good. The comments were very nice, it got a good amount of support, but there's this one comment that said they'd seen better. So instead of being happy with all the positivity and nice comments, I decided out of pure spite that I was going to make the best farm in the history of Stardew Valley. And another year has passed, almost exactly a year to the dot, and I figured that I would go over my progress because I've really amped up how much I've been doing in this world. So first thing you see, I already had this living hat, but I didn't have it displayed. So I now display the living hat in my bedroom because it's the rarest item in it, or one of the rarest drop in the game, I should say. And also, this room was just this little area right here. It was a storage room, but I expanded it and I moved all of my storage up here. And I'm actually going to go inside of each chest now because I didn't do that last time. These are fertilizers and seeds, forageables, crops, monster drops. Oh my god, I have so much solar essence and slime. Uh, Minerals, bars, or not minerals. Yeah, I guess minerals. And these are all of the artifacts that I have. I've got a lot more, but they couldn't fit in the chest, so I just kept the most valuable ones. And this is my fishing tackles and bait chest. Fishing forageables and other fishing stuff in a row, and this is just fish. This is actually leftover. This is what I was keeping my clothes in, but I'd forgotten dressers exist, so I moved everything into it, so I don't have a use for this one right now. This is items that have some kind of use, pretty much, and then these are just completely decorative items. I guess fridges could be in either of them, but I don't need those anymore. Um, this is my miscellaneous tool chest that has all my rare items. I could trade these in 20 apiece for magic rock candy, but at this point in the game, I don't really need money, and it's much more fun to just open these. I have 24 gold animal crackers. I'm saving up until I can put one on every single one of my animals, because that would be awesome. Um, this is like artisan goods and animal products, basic resources, food, weapons, and trinkets. I've gotten tons more, and I still have a frog that I need to change, but I was running low on iridium, so I couldn't do it. I added this area. I had no clue what to put over here, so I was like, I have a squid painting, and I have squids from the Squid Fest, so I might as well put squids there. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. Oh yeah, and this little cubby up here that I didn't know what to do with, so I put that in there. And I think it looks nice. Um, and this year I can finally get the final Lupini painting that I'm missing and forgot to buy. So I'll have all 9, and I added this dining room area. This is just the more casual family dining area in the kitchen. But over here, I think this looks really nice. And if you come over here, the living room is, I'm pretty sure, mostly the same. I think I don't remember if I had that TV last time, but that's pretty new. And up here, the kids' room is the same. But this room is completely new. And this is where most of the valuable of my house comes from. I have 4 prismatic frogs in here, another one in here, 4 void frogs in here, 1 in here. So I have 5 of each of the rarest frogs in the game. All have a 1.6% chance of spawning, or of being chosen when you re-roll in the anvil. And it costs 3 iridium each time to do it. So I've spent probably at least 5 million gold, I would estimate, on this. And up here, I just have an area with all my fish stuff. I think that was there last. Nothing in the basement has changed. But if you come out here, one of the major immediate differences is that the greenhouse is no longer taking up a bunch of space right here, making it uneven. So I have 4 sheds here now with lights outside of them, which is nice. And I filled this one with machines. It only had a couple of them. I think it only had the geo crushers, the fertilizer machines, and the furnaces, but I added all of the other things that I want. And then in here, you still got the mayonnaise and cheese machines. And down here, and I covered this in a short, and I don't know how I didn't think of this before, but putting preserves jars or kegs outside of the sheds so that you'll know when they're ready and you don't have to go inside to check every day. It saves like half a second, but it's just nice. These are all my preserves jars. These are all my kegs. I still just have Fruit of Ancient fruit. One of the plants died, so that's really annoying. They all have raisins. They're running low, though. Um, but over here, the actual layout over here hasn't changed, but I didn't go into each of them in my last video, or my last tour. And I didn't have all of the barns filled that needed stuff to be hatched, like void chickens, dinosaurs, and golden chickens. But now I'm going to go through each one. These are all my chickens. I have the blue ones from the Shane 8 Heart event. I have a whole thing of ducks. Uh, and this is not to make money. This is just to say I have a barn and coop full of everything. Just because I can. These are my rabbits. And these are my void chickens, all 12 in there. And down here, 12 dinosaurs. These took by far the longest. Even though I have Coop Master, these still take a long freaking time to hatch. And I have 2 auto petters in coops now, and all my barns have auto petters. And I've gotten all those from the Skull Cabin, because that's the only way to get them, I'm pretty sure, if you don't go Joja. Which, if you choose the Joja route, you can get them for like 50k at Joja Mode. These are my ostriches. Pigs, I don't really need to go in there because they're just chilling out here. Sheep, and then I don't feel like going in the other 3. Goats, cows, and then, well, the 2 colors of cows. Because there wasn't, I wanted it to be a matching amount, but there wasn't full number of each. But if you come down here, the first immediate change on my farm, or first massive change, is that the greenhouse has moved here. There was a slime hutch here before, and I felt like it kind of just didn't really fit this corner that well, so I moved it. I also got 10 statues of Endless Fortune. Just because there were slime presses here before, but since Slime Hutch wasn't here, I figured it didn't really make much sense to have slime presses over here, so I just replaced them with statues of Endless Fortune. 10 million in gold worth. I almost doubled the amount of silos that I have. Oh, it's actually getting low. I have a little chest down here now, where I can throw in 1,000 hay at a time when it starts getting low. And then if you go inside the greenhouse, I've optimized the tree layout, so now it's not like, I think I had like 10 in here before. Now I have the max amount of trees. I'm pretty sure, unless it's changed, unless the layout has changed in the last update or so. Um, Nothing really there. And this whole area is pretty much stayed the same. Oh yeah, I moved the dog bowls. The dog bowls were originally over here where these preserve jars are. But I moved them down here just because, this space I needed something to put in. And also, if any of you have any suggestions, these are just temporary for battery packs for the lights that I'm making. If you have any suggestions for what I can do with this area right here, let me know, because I'm pretty lost. And I have no clue what to put there, because it's such a weird area. If you come over here, the main change over here is that instead of having 8 of each tree, I now have 4, and I have the slime hutch in the middle. I don't really like slime presses outside of it right now, but I'll mess around with it until I like it. Unfortunately, the next change in the farm is because of an update, and the legend was severely nerfed. All of the other fish, I believe, still produce the same, but I think it was the 1.6.14 or 13 or 12 or something. Something after 1.6.9 when the legendary fish ponds were released, but the legend was nerfed significantly. It's still the best fish to have in fish ponds, but it just produces much less. I think that's about it for the farm. I'll show Joja Island, although not Joja Island. Jeez, I meant Ginger Island, even though it hasn't changed much. But yeah, like all this is still the same. Looks pretty nice. And I don't know if I said this in the last video, but these are all fall crops on the right, summer in the middle, and it's spring on the left. And I just replaced some. I think I had lightning rods over here before, and I replaced them with grapes, so I can turn them into raisins for my Junimos. And, oh yeah, I don't think I showed the desert last time, although there's not much there. But I just have, this is where all my crystallariums are. I think I have like 80 or something. And actually, today is a day I could trade them in for staircases. But that's how I have like 360 staircases right now. Most I've had was well over a stack. It's crazy. But I think that is pretty much it for the farm tour of year 8, a lot of big improvements, a lot of value added, especially with the frogs. Millions and millions of gold right there, sitting in a tank that does nothing. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I want to have the best frog collection in all of Stardew Valley. That's my goal. And then some absolute try hard. Once I get like 2 tanks full, it's gonna get like 10 or something. But that's about it for the video. I'll probably do another tour for year 9 if I keep progressing at a fast rate. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next